Nick Matthew, current world number 4 from Sheffield, England. First got into squash. I went down to my local club and got into lessons basically on the back of my mum and dad playing. I went to tennis lessons to start with and progressed to squash from there really. One of those things, I'm never quite sure how I got into the very first session, but once I got into it I was hooked and wanted to go back for more. And then after my parents played squash and maybe had a beer at the bar, I was always to be found on the court sort of playing with the other kids and practicing, and it was a sport I sort of loved from the first time I picked it up. I remember my first tournament, it was the Huddersfield Junior Open under 10 tournament, and I got to the semi-final. I was one of the best players in my club and I thought I was the bees and E's, and then I played a guy called Jonathan Smith who beat me 9-love, 9-love, 9-love. So I went back home firmly between my legs. It's tough to pick a highlight really from my career. I think being world champion, take some beating, getting to world number 1 as well was a great feeling for different reasons. Obviously, that's something you built up to. The Worlds is something on like on one day, on 1 week, whereas the world number 1 is something you built up to for the consistency for over a year. And I would add Commonwealth Games to that as well. That was a great feeling because I think it transcends sort of all sport really, not just isolated within squash. 2 favourite venues I've had in my career. One was the Pyramids in Cairo. Didn't have a great record there, only played on it twice and lost both times, so 100% record there. And the other one was Tournament of Champions. Grand Central Station is just the buzz there. You feel like a rock star. It's probably the only time of the year squash players feel that way. It's a brilliant, vibrant venue that I love going back to and will miss a lot when I'm retired. Yeah, growing up, one of my sporting idols was actually Lance Armstrong, so I'll probably have to change that one now. Or if I was home cooking, I think it was a Friday night and didn't have anything on the weekend, we'd go to our sort of local pub, get like a nice hearty English pub meal, maybe a glass of wine, a glass of red wine, and just relax. Usually go for something like fish and chips or something like that. Just it's a Friday night, you're not training, then you can treat yourself if you've had a good training week. Ironically, to probably be a journalist on sports, so I've with the release of this book, I've the jury's out whether I would have made a good one, but hopefully people will think that maybe I would.